Test, 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 mic test, 1, 2, 3, test. Test, 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 mic test, 1, 2, 3, test. right. How's everyone doing today? Well, I hope that the craziness and madness in this world is treating you right. If not, you've come to the right place. Get away from it for a while. Okay. Today's objective, what I'm going to be doing today, is playing on the Great Lakes server, which is a East Coast server. Lower population than the what was the other big one in this area? Hold on a second. Come on now. There we go. Then the large Atlantic shard, which you find a bunch of old players on there, and they kind of got that locked in for the most part. So we're going down here to the Great Lakes server, and today I'm going to be creating a new character on it. I've already got one character on it from a while back, not too long ago, but that is my carpenter. One of the characters I never moved from that server. So today, like I was saying, the thief, going to be custom. 100% customized, which is a thing that you can actually do. We are not swordsmanship. Going to change that. Well, let me see here. Because fencing is actually, target dummies. If you never played this game before, all your skills and everything, basically you start out at 0 with anything, except for what's in here. So you have to, through action and gameplay, you build up your character, you build up your stats. Everything is free flowing at the beginning, so they all raise up until you hit a level cap, and that's when you either tell a stat, okay, I don't want this stat, you need to drop this stat. I want you to stay exactly where you're at. I want you to stay at 50. I want you to stay at 60 so you can lock it. And then, of course, the other ones, you can just grow them. Some of these stats are harder than others to progress. And some of the stuff you want, like, right out the gate. Where is Majory? So one of the things that I want to do, change that to Majory. That will give me a base foundation where I'm not going to have to, because you use spell components, you use reagents, and that can get pretty costly. Lower levels, if this isn't a decent enough, and I'll probably put them all at like 25. If it's not decent enough, you're going to fizzle a lot of your spells, which means basically you failed to cast it. The reason why I do majoring, this is pretty much across the board on all the characters I play. I put some points into it. It's for marking runes, for being able to recall using runes or other people's markers, also for healing. And there's other ways that you can do healing. You can use bandages, potions, and stuff like that. You're not just 100% locked in to just use a majory. But I like using the spells because they're instant, and it looks cool. But let's see some of the other ones. Okay, all the rest of them are going to be all related to thievery. We are going, let's see, lock picking. If lock picking will go up every time that, and I'll show you in game. Every time you pick a chest, it will increase your skill. So it's fairly easy to increase this, not necessarily from 0, you know. So I'd probably want to put, you know, points into that also. Doesn't have to be as high as 25. As a matter of fact, if I make this lower, I can get other skills at a better rate. And then all you have to do is basically pick a chest that, and by pick I mean lock pick a chest that you have no chance of opening. You know, it's like a master degree. Say it's like skill points, which is the 15, the 48 and 32 and the 25. Those are skill points. So if my lock picking is 15, and to pick a certain chest, it requires that skill to be 80, I'm going to fail. I have a real random chance to pick it, but I should fail for the majority of my picks, my attempts, up till I hit 80. You will probably, if you have like 0 skill in lock picking, you're going to break every single fucking pick getting to that point. If you have some skill in lock picking, it may, you know, one lock pick may last you like 3 to 5 times before it breaks. You know, it's an averages. It's a numbers game as far as that goes. Better to have some skill on that. And tactic is a good one. It builds up just like fencing will build up through attacking mobs. See, the other ones that I want though, where is hiding? Hiding, I definitely want to start out at a decent level. And you can't lock these. You got actually, it's like, okay, what's the last thing I messed with? Okay, I messed with this. So the last thing I messed with, you got to play the slider game with it. And so if this was the last one that I adjusted, then this one, it's supposed to pull off of it. Now it's okay. Go ahead, prove me wrong. That's not the way that's supposed to work. It's actually going to be a pain in the ass. I don't know why it keeps going up to lock picking. Oh well. So I am going to go with lock picking, hiding, snooping, and then it's going to be a toss between if I want majory or, you know what, majory I'll just train later. It's harder to get the stealing. And so the stealing and the snooping, wouldn't mind those being at like 35 to start with. See if I can reduce this some. To 30. Stealing, I want to stay at 35. Okay, there we go. Now it's going to go between my hiding and lock picking. So hiding, okay, there's a good balance of what I want. The only other thing would be to take stealing and substitute with majory. But if I am intent on, making a kind of a pure build thief, you're going to want to go with the snooping and stealing. If you're going with more of a hybrid for lock picking, hiding, and like assassination and stuff like that, you could totally dump snooping and stealing and go with other stats. But I think for this build, I'm going to stick with that. And then I'm going to want to max. Come on now. I'm going to max that at 60, and then strength. We'll reduce this a little bit. We'll put that at 50 and go a 20-20 split between intelligence and strength. Intelligence is for like skills that include like identifying things. Strength is going to be like your wrestling, what weight you can carry, your dexterity, strength, and intelligence. Also, what equipment that you can use. What you're going to be limited to. But strength goes up. I'll show you a trick for that. All you gotta do is go chop a bunch of wood. What I've noticed from another character that I created a while back was that, and by a while back I mean like last week, is that it went up and capped at like 66, which didn't used to be the case back in the day. You could basically bring it up just by chopping. You could go to 100 on it. Things I think are different now, but that's going to be good. So we got strength, which gives me a decent carry weight, intelligence, so I can skill build there, dexterity, which is going to come into play for my intended fencing, hiding, all my thief skills. And you can get into the archery there also, which strength also comes into play too, though. But let's go ahead and go with the smirk. There's the smirk. I'm basically just making this this character like I did my other thief. Built a thief, but it was on Atlantic. I don't like the atmosphere on Atlantic, even though it's a low build. And to really get to know the server again, I'd have to have a max. I'd have to have a grandmaster in something and play that content to see where the game's at, where the server's at. But I didn't like the way it started out, so I changed it. Okay. And of course we're going to go there, and then we are going to, let's see, Trinsic. Start out all the way down there. I'm not going to start up in Britain. Although I could. Can be somewhere on the main continent. You would be good for the bowmanship and things like that. Britain, well, Britain's kind of centralized. The only reason why I started down in Trinsic last time was because of the Ultima series games that you're starting out at down here. But this area is evolved from the games and doesn't look anything like the games do. You know, it's not some podunk village out in the middle of the sticks anymore. So I think that we will go with Britain. Also, just because I got a backstory for my character too, that I'll copy paste into this. Oh, don't tell me that. Ah! You son of a bitch. That's gonna be funny if that holds true. And you may still see my password covers. Some of the over some of the stats, and that let me in. Okay, it was lying to me. And then you get bombarded with all this crap, which is all the supposed to make us money. But I don't want to change any of that. Tooltip, I'm fine with that. And crier. Okay, so now I have my character built up, and I'll tell you how to change all this crap. On the very first character that you do create, you're gonna have to manually go around and drag this stuff all over the place. Basically, set everything up, you know, the way that you do want it set up, unless you got, you know, some kind of program that will manage your UI. I like this set. It's not the original way that it was done. I like the separation and the backpacks and stuff like that. There's the classic Ultima Online that puts it back into its original type configuration. If you're familiar with the games, it goes back to something like that. But I've got all that stuff like this for right now. And one of the things you notice that my character's walking, but if I go out far enough, they'll start running. And then I can just bring it back to a walk by moving the cursor closer to the character. But I do not like that as it is, and I usually have the always run on. Man, my hotkeys are set up. So right now, I can figure out which actions what I'm looking for. Is the skills. Going to thief, and there's all your percentages. Like we put 15 points in lock picking. There it is right there. 30 in the snooping, 35 in stealing, and hiding's at 40. So this, yeah, still failed to hide. And there is a counter also that will pop up. Okay, successful now. If you're logging out, you either want a campfire and wait until it's safe to log out, or just go to an inn and do that. And I usually hide because then someone has to have a good enough search skill to find you. I usually just do that. So I'll log out again, and I am gonna actually have to quit the client. But what you want to do, if you've made a character before and have their stats, what you can do is go to the game directory. At the game directory, it's going to be in your user. Bring up the right. So in your user, and I'm talking Windows user folder, in the documents, you'll have one that says EA Games, and then you'll have another one that says Ultima Online, Stygian Abyss, and then you would want to go into user data and then your account that you're currently playing. So if you have multiple accounts for whatever reason, they'll be listed by the by your login name, your username. And you open up that directory, and then it will have the shards that you have characters on. We just made one. Actually, I'm gonna pull. Gonna pull from a character that I have on Atlantic. Then I'm gonna put it into this one that we're currently in, which is Great Lakes. And in the Great Lakes folder, I have a file without an extension on it that is Char Nightblade. And all I want to do there is rename that. I just put .org and then copy the other character. In this case, I'm using one called Alistair Deem. Copy that one in there into the Great Lakes folder from the Atlantic folder. It has the configuration and user interface that I want and all my buttons and stuff like that. And then all you would have to do is copy the name of your original character and rename, in my case, Alistair Deem to Char Nightblade. Then when I go into here again, it will have that configuration. We'll use that file for the configuration. We go ahead and back out here real quick. You can't just do it at the login screen. You got to back all the way out of the game and basically restart it. When you first launch it, it launches the launcher to go into the game, is when it will read those files. Still got the live stream will begin shortly. That's a fuck up. Go ahead and get rid of that. Me not paying attention. All right. Sorry about that. Type in my password here, and then we are going to want to go into Great Lakes. And now you notice all my UI has changed and it has a bunch of different skills from my other character. And so, you know, I'll want to adjust it a little bit and tweak it a little bit. But the most part, for the majority of it, makes it a lot easier that once you get something set up that you can just come back in. Something that's already done. There are a couple of things that it did. Like I said, it's just some. And you notice that the character is also run mode now. Could also have, like I've got numpad 3 for hiding. And the open door. I think I'll even back out of something like this and go with a different configuration where I've got a hot bar up here. It's down there, but it's good enough for right now. And so we are currently, like I said, in Britannia. I'm out on the map. I think what I want to do is probably make it over to you. Which is all the way up there. And you can drag this around and then center back on. I mean, that's how it's done. And I will probably change this. This is exactly the layout that I wanted. Like I said, it's good enough for right now. One more thing I want to show you all real quick is to get the zoom in and out, you're going to have to go into the user settings, input, and you have scroll wheel up and scroll wheel down, and you can set it to all this stuff right here, and the default is none. Basically set it to zoom in, zoom out, so I don't have to use it. Throw it up in chat, you know, give me a skull face or something like that, if that's too loud as far as the, you know, the footsteps and stuff like that, because I can come in here, go for the master volume and lower that to at 90. And it is going to have some residual defaults, like the default is having your backpack open up all over there. And they have started me out with 60 lockpicks, so we'll get that up pretty quickly. Damn cape. I'll just leave all the rest of that stuff. Actually, what I should have done is just take my other thief and put that on this one, overlay that on this. But let's go ahead and get started real quick. And I've got a dagger. And you can use your mouse. What I like to do is use the keyboard for direction, which frees up my mouse so I can, you know, do stuff with the mouse and click on stuff as I'm running around. But if you want precise control, you probably want to use the mouse to got our bank box here. Nothing in it. And I was smart, since I'm going up to you. I should dump all this into the bank. I'm just trying to think if there's anything up there that I would need cash for. I'm thinking for thieves skills, if we find the up there, the thief grandmaster or guildmaster. 600, we'll go ahead and deposit that so it doesn't get ripped by Ganksus on the trip up there. And likewise, no. Actually not going to use any of my couple hundred gold. Going to throw all that into the bank. And 400 gold, I mean, you can make gold back. Everything you kill, well, usually drops cash. One of the areas I'll show you real quick in Britain, if you go up to the north, and this is north, if I do the tilt map, you'll get the actual cardinal direction where this is, you know, down south, up north. But since they've got the layout of the game like that, I actually like to match it. So I can see, you know, upcoming where I'm pathing. Now, the only thing in this area that you gotta watch out for are the wraiths or shades, because they can cast and stun you. Everything else, you know, if you're mid-level, is a good place to get money and gear and XP. Up here in this cemetery up here. All you got to do to pull them out, since they're not something like that. Now my fencing is 0, so I'm gonna swish like a lot. And there is a delay, not so much on the dagger, but they do have how many times, you know, you got a couple seconds in between your swings. So one of the things I like to do is go back and forth on something. And now we've got two things on us. I should have drawn them out a little bit lower, but one of the benefits of hiding, now they're non-aggro because broke line of sight and got far enough away and hid myself. Now, somewhere right up in here, if you look in the upper right hand corner, is where they're going to be hanging out. But if I go back up there, I'll have to re-engage and re-aggro them. But I just wanted to show you all that real quick as a easy grind spot. Cemeteries where gankers used to like to hang out also, so might want to be wary of that. But right now, we'll go down here. And all I'm going to do is follow this around and then go back up and go to you. And yes, by the way, free to play. Well, if you don't mind the graphics, the tab targeting, and have never played this game and want to play something online with your friends, like this kind of genre, you know, as far as like a D&D style game, might want to check this one out. You saw that it also, you know, was raising my my caps and stuff like that, you know, player housing, and that's because I'm subbed. I'm paying. I bought 30 days worth of time, and if I continue to play this game, I'll buy another 30 when that's about to run out. And you can get that from the EA store. There's high-level mobs, and well, high for what my character is. High-level mobs in this area that definitely one-shot me or close to one-shot me. If I had a better fencing skill, if I had built up my fencing or went into it with a better fencing skill, I wouldn't be running right now. My fencing zero, along with like everything else. Focus is decent, but all my art skills are, except for the thievery, and then the stats that we put in. And this right here, if you don't know, is a healer, wandering healer. When you die, if you get ganked, they'll show up on your map when you go ghost form. All the healers are on your map. Yeah. All you gotta do is seek one of them out, run by them, and they'll offer to heal you. Be aware of your surroundings, though, as far as what healer you let heal you. Just like aggro on everything, making this run up here. Break that. Sit here for a little bit. Let them go back to what they were doing. Even the rats want to attack me. And then we have to go to this bridge. Well, actually, it's a road. We don't need to go to that. Head straight north for the most part right now. Oh, shit. No, 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 no. Fucking lich. Run away. Even at higher level, my resist was way up. I'd run from those. Now, if I had master skills, I'd probably stay and fight. That's a long way off, and it's definitely not this character. And that little jerk back was something attacking me. Something trying to I do not even have an axe right now, so let's see. We should probably get a hatchet. See if we can find the thief. Don't have that. Go up on here either. Action. Let me see if I can remember where that was. Yep, pets, ships. Looking for that is drop the health bar. Should be in here. Looking for his toggle names. Like that. If that irritates you, you can toggle the footsteps. Me, I like to hear footsteps. Simple fact that players make footsteps. So if there's nothing around you and all of a sudden you hear footsteps, more than likely it's another player. You've got, you know, your transparency and all that kind of business. See, don't even have stuff like that too. Here's what I was looking for, all names. Trying to find that thief. You know, we'll throw it up if there's a character around, unless they're hidden. I guess NPCs without function, it won't pop that up. But again, somewhere in these woods, wandering around, he's going to be the can train us. I'm kind of curious why this doesn't appear to be working right now again. Drop. Yeah, I'm clicking on it and these guys are popping up. Funny thing is they have stuff for us. Might have been toggling it. Thief usually hangs out. Usually find him like up. I was saying about skin them. Get whatever they have on them after you skin. It's, you know, pelts, meat, you know, whatever. But that's in the crafting. Two things I wanted to do up here. Find that thief. Training. Also grab a hatchet. Build up the strength. Not too sure why that's not working on all the these that are on the screen. As long as we're here, must. That is not working. Fillers, tanners. Butcher. there to the carpenter. And the doors, yes, I'm opening them as you go up to them. Well, that's not triggering. Find a hotkey to them directly on. Word. Might have picked the wrong one. I thought it was a. See, it says all names. Back to this guy real quick. Go to buy. Go down and that hatchet. Carpenter probably doesn't have it. What I'm looking for is lumberjack. And there's the other thing I was telling you about the stats. Pop up here again. Come on. Strength requirement 55. So this right here would have to be at 55. And that will, if this was capped out, let's say that all these were maxed, I didn't want my strength, I could down arrow it. So it would take from its pool and put it into whatever of the dex or intelligence that I used a skill in, or I could lock it. And by locking it, it keeps it at the number that's currently at. Battle axe, I don't think that I can use. For the executioner's axe. 5. What I need is the hatchet. Why it wasn't popping up, I don't think this guy could. Really? They just patched, by the way. There was a patch that ran today when I logged in. If they killed the no, I don't see one. All right, let's try over here at the range. 30 bow, that's the actual name. Should have stayed in Britain and freaking bought all this stuff in Britain. That's one good thing about the area that I was, is that it had everything. I was kind of stupid for coming up here before I bought any armor, before doing anything. I got skinny knife cleavers and stuff like that, but not the stuff that I'm looking for. Check over here by the bank of view. Usually there was a bunch of, it might be server related. There's a bunch of vendors in here. Basically, we're all hanging out right around here. This is almost like the game that I remember playing where you come up here and there's nothing. Town or a village. Limited stuff. Funny thing is they should have a trader. Maybe it's in the, you should have a general trader up here that would have the stuff that we're looking for. Also could be down one of these. Lawyer. Guard, got a carpenter, architect, blacksmith. I was surprised that blacksmith didn't. An event driven. One of the other things that they did was they would have a shop specifically for certain things, but they'd throw other vendors into it. Looks like maybe on this server, again, Great Lakes server, that's not the case. Like the old school rules of what the building says is in there is actually in there. Wow, this sucks. All this stuff, they should be empty. I just said merchant. Have a buy tag? No, you do not. It has been a long time since I played this last. Tunes that I have logged into and the servers that I have logged into and played more recently. Didn't have these issues. Wouldn't necessarily call them issues, just actual. I would really expect to find at each of these vendors. Can't believe I can't find a general vendor. So without a hatchet, without an axe that I can use, I'm not going to be able to chop trees. Would have increased our stats up. But what I can do is see if the see if that unpickable chest is in this house up here. And it is, but there's someone in here. Yeah, this server is different from the other ones. So this chest that's right here, it's got someone in the damn house. So they would have a chance of getting found out and then get reported as a criminal, lose rep, and get a title shady. Get far enough down that road, go from shady to killer, murderer, etc., etc. Then you become kill on sight for things too. Prefer not to do this without being hidden. Now I need lockpicks on me. We're getting all sorts of shit. Maybe what we can do, see if we can get a drop from random mob. I'm about to go back to Britain because there ain't shit up here that I can do right now. One of the things about you is it's where if you play Ranger, a bow, you can get certain crafting recipes to get the, you know, do a quest line to get the a better bow. By better, I mean like 10 times better than what you can get anywhere else. Still have not seen the thief. Not 100% what the patterns are for the NPCs. Go get my lockpicks out of the bank up here. Is the other thing. Should have made this my other. Should have gotten it from the thief. Copied the wrong profile over here. set up for my other character. Things that I want, that I need. At the remove trap. All the blue ones are ones that you can use. All the rest of them are passive. Gray ones are passive. That is, damn. Okay, yeah. So I wanted to get remove trap. I wanted to get poisoning. Fact hidden, I wasn't really, too much about, and I wanted to get stealth from that trainer. But haven't been able to find them either. So detecting traps on stuff. I think we're going to get blown up here. We'll see. Take one more look around and see if I can find that guy or not. Sometimes you might get lucky with them dropping a hatchet. That's why I attacked them. Noble, seeing what pops up. See, nothing's even popped. There it goes. Find every other single NPC, just not the one I need. Not the one I need, not the one I want. Guess what? Go. No, what we need is remove trap and 294. We've got 468 on us right now, so I think what I'll do is go with 200. Drag it onto them up to 20. So now our remove trap is at 20. You know what? I need to bring that up to 100%. If it's not at least 30. Talk to him again. So 29.4. I suppose we could go lock picking. I'm not too worried about that though. What else did he have on him? Lock picking, snooping. No. Might as well give him the rest of my money for stealth. Stealth at 17. My hiding is stealth to be effective. I think it needs to be like 50. Basically what that does is it allows you to move while hidden. All right, we'll go back up and see if we can get ourselves blown up with one of these chests, trying to disarm and pick it. For a fact, it will also, old school way, getting some twigs. Because I've got, what it is I've got this transparency. Clicking in the wrong. What this is doing is giving me kindling. More. If you're in the middle of woods, this is how you log out safely. I just keep clicking that until I get a fire going. Not the reason why I started the fire, but eventually it will say it's your camp is now secure. And at that time you can do that safely. But the reason why I did this, shit, I don't have a frying pan. Right, so I can't even do that. If I had a frying pan, then I could try and cook those. Based upon my cooking skills, how many I would burn and be useless, and how many would be stable food. But what I need to do is go to this this house up here, one of these up here that's empty. It has a chest in it. Try and pick the chest. I just gotta make sure there's nobody around. I don't want to get a criminal stat. And the one that I did want to pick, there's someone sitting, there's an NPC sitting right next to it. It's almost guaranteed that she'd see me trying to pick the lock. And I'd pick up a criminal stat. Also, when you pick up your criminal stats, if it's bad enough, basically, you know, your kill on sight for town guards, but also players can attack you without picking up a crime stat. Okay, so we'll come in here. Oh, we can get blown up. %. That's not going to blow me up. It doesn't appear to be trapped. Is it even locked? It is locked. I want to try this again. I don't believe it. That's not trapped. Okay. Now we see. I like to do this hidden. See that one. I need that R1. R1 is a lot harder. All these, my skill is, you know, as you saw, it unlocked it easily. That doesn't help me with getting my lock pick up. Or if the chest that I'm opening is too easy. So what this game has is a level of detail in doing stuff that a lot of games don't have anymore. I mean, how many games do you know that you gotta go detect a trap and then unlock, and then you bust your locks, or you know, it's not easy. Okay, this is gonna be another easy one. I think what I might do here is go risk it, even though she's sitting like right next to it. Maybe we can get away with picking it with her even sitting right next to it. We'll go give it a shot. See if we get caught or not. And the other thing, what I could pick up a greater crime stat is if I trigger a trap and it blows up, kills the NPC or even harms them. Well, I prefer this NPC not to be there. This Ruth. This is I'm not gonna do this unhidden. All right, give it a shot. So two things can happen here. She can see us when we pick up a crime stat. I don't think it will be large enough for, you know, her to kill the guards and have the guards kill us. Or we could blow up the trap and it hits her and kills us. Really doesn't appear to be trapped. Try it one more time. All right, here we go. Pick it. This is the one. See, the skill's going up now. I'd be kidding me. I was able to pick it. Pick it one more time. I'd be trapped. Better not blow me up. He did not see us doing that. Now, on the other server I was on Atlantic. Same exact chest. And that's why I say that this server is different. On Atlantic, I have, I think it's like a 28 lock picking skill. I sat there and broke about 55 picks trying to pick the lock and just boosting my my lock picking skill and my decks. Because I couldn't pick it. It failed. And when it failed, when I was invisible, it made me visible, made a clunk sound. But there's also, on that server, there was no one sitting right next to it, so I wasn't worried about it. But if the chest blows up, she can call the guard. The guard's going to kill you. If you fail your attempt at lock picking, it has a chance to make you visible, and then she'd hear it, see it, and react to it. So you could get in a lot of trouble for doing something like that. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to hide. I'm going to see what she's carrying. We may yet get a crime stat. Come on now. What's my hiding's at? 41. It is daylight. We're in someone's house and we're right behind her. What you want to do is get your hiding up to, Grandmaster or at least Master. And also stealing and stealth. Well, stealing and snooping. Because it will make a check against your stealth. It will make one against your snooping, so you're rummaging around in their pack too long. And it will also do stealing. We'll go ahead and drag that down there too. Should really hotkey that, but not if I can't even hide with her just sitting there. You can do this to other players also. So if you ever see someone walking around and they're in just white robes, death robes, and they have a dagger in their hand, it's probably a thief. And if they're walking behind you and do that, you should probably move. Here's the snoop check. What do you mean I can't perform negative acts on my target? Are you kidding me? Come on, game. When was this a thing? Man. Okay, so we can't do it anyway. See if I can even stealth. Nope. Okay, so I know a peasant You can definitely do it to a peasant. Should be able to do it to a shop vendor also. But the bad thing about the peasants is that they're moving around. Okay, so they may have locked, but as a thief, that's how you make money. Steal shit. And usually it's the ones that are wandering around. Let's see. Can't reach it. Start moving. Come on, stand still. And this is where you'd want that skill right there, stealth. By the time I hide, he's going to move again. Kidding me. This is something new. I can't, wow. So it's not letting me do that to NPCs. I wonder if they changed it where you can only do it to other players now. If that's the case, I'm going to dump those skills. That's useless. Because what it used to be is you were able to do it to all the NPCs that you wanted to do it to. It wasn't an issue. The only thing is if you got caught, they'd call the guard and the guard would kill you. And then you'd pick up a rep. That was interesting. Don't see, no, see it says right there. Hiding one of my text lines. Well, that sucks. So that is probably not going to be a thing anymore. But let's see if we can blow ourselves up. Come on. Not going to do this unhidden. What are we at? 29.4%. Really? It's locked. We found a trainer at least. I'm not trusting whether or not. We'll find out. If I pick it, it will blow me up when I open it. One other thing that I would want to do is get a couple of scrolls of magic unlock. If I ever run across a chest that's magic, and also remove trap for magic traps. Anything mundane is what the thief can do, but the magical stuff you need either the spell, which is one of the reasons why I'd want to roll and see. Now I might actually re-roll this character that I got here and go with the mage thief build, since I can't pick these freaking pockets anymore. I'm definitely not going to go around and pick players' freaking pockets. Although some of them might not know what to do. Be too slow. And you see also how I'm clicking on the toolbar here. If I was serious about what I was doing, all that shit would be hotkeyed right now. And like if I was going to steal from a player, want at least mastery skills. And these skills right here, the stealth, the stealing, snooping. Yeah, I can't even build up my snooping. So probably the only thing that I could probably do is stealth and sneak up on a wandering mob and steal from them. I'd be surprised if they remove that from the game. But no more auto training, wandering NPCs. Or at least on this server, that appears to be the case. X is going up too. And a lot of times people would have macros. You would want to, you know, target something and open something. And then you'd run the macro to get the bag open, and then you'd drag and drop, and then you'd haul ass. That's how you used to pickpocket. And by macros, I mean this. Create something. Go in here and, like, say, last target. Target by resource, you know, friendly, whatever. And then last skill, last object. And you just basically run a macro to do that. What do we get? I think we got 8. Didn't do that. Successful, it's not going up. Also supposed to increase skill when it breaks, though. I have maxed it out. 25. So we went up, what, 10? Was that, what? Started at 15. So 25 might be the cap. Up, and that stopped when it hit 25. So unless we're successful picking this lock, I'm unable to pick because of my skill level. It's not going to go up. That might be a server thing. Because what's supposed to do is bring you up to the point of what the lock is rated. So say this chest was rated at, you know, the lock pick you had to have a 40. I should be able to build all the way up until I can pick it, which would be 40. And then to successfully pick it, then I'd have a chance of actually picking it, and it wouldn't tell me you're unable, you know, unable to pick the lock. It would attempt to pick it, and it would either break the pick or unlock it. If it unlocked it is when you would increase past the 40 mark. It looks like they're doing things a little bit differently. That's probably because they don't want people to macro shit. One of these are chests. I bet you they're all the same. I bet you they're all capped at 25. NPCs used to be able to see through walls also. Wondering why I'm sitting here hiding. I don't want to just attempt it with me just standing here. Although, you know, that'd be a good test. See if any of these fuckers see me doing what I'm doing. Player. Not even there long enough to do. Go ahead, open the door. Let's see if you're. Turn yourself invisible. The door opens and no one's there. That was. Missed the spell she cast. Yeah, see, they're all 25. So the other place that we can try, we can go into the detention center. Try and pick a lock. Prisoner's door. All the gameplay that I'm doing right now, I just created this character. All the shit that I'm doing right now, if you make a build, you can do the same stuff. No, I'm not going to be able to, but I just want. Oh. No paper doll. You do it on that chest right there. Box of ropes. But let's go into the jail where the guards are. Really? That is server based. that's interesting. Here. Wow. Can't even get through the what you want to do is get right back in here. You can't even get to the jail on this server. It's actually kind of cool. So I would have to teleport over to here. Because a fence doesn't break your line of sight. But what I can't do, open the door. So I would say that Great Lakes, using old server rules, let me get through. Hopefully we can go down the stairs over here. Really interesting. And I don't think that there's a latch for it. I think should just be able to click it. So that is completely closed off, that jury area. See if we can go over and get into the jail at least. That's the way hide's supposed to work. Go in there and immediately you can do it. Don't blow me up. Trapped. Food. Ah. When? See? And won't let me go into her pack either. I was going to try and steal shit that she was wearing and won't even let me do that. Yeah, that's some bullshit. Hmm. Pick the lock in there either. I mean, what it used to be is like these jailers would have keys on them. Damn. Now you can't even get to the jailer. Yeah, this is when a company screws around with mechanics because of exploit. So the original intent of what you're able to do and not able to do, that sucks. So not only can I not pick these, but I probably couldn't even loot the keys. I probably couldn't even steal the keys out of his pack. Probably wouldn't let me. Can't even move the barrels or anything. Steal the barrel. Behind one of these crates is a way to get into that room. I forget where it was. Can't even move these. Can't get to the lever. Bet you it's capped because I'm not even getting not even raising up my skill. So all I'm gonna do is break pick them. Whoops. I should check for traps. You idiot. I don't even have any bandages on me either. We are about to die. Boys, I have nothing to negate that point. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Oh, man. I'm going to check it again. This is what's fun about playing a thief. It doesn't appear to be trapped. Doesn't appear to be trapped my ass. Had 2 traps on it. But you heard I was able to pick it. Ah! Third time's charm, right? I wonder if it has any more traps on it. I'm gonna wait for my health to come up some. I don't have any bandages on me. I don't even have shears to cut my cloak. Like 1 bandage. How much damage were those traps? Peace, meditation. If it's got a 4th trap on it. Since my damn skill, which is almost at 30, it doesn't appear to be trapped. Okay. What do you mean it's locked? That's the one I unlocked. I distinctly heard me unlocking one of these. Is that right there. But now doesn't appear to be trapped my ass. I know it's trapped. Trying to not get blown up again. Failed to do. Okay, so that is trapped. Didn't trigger it. Dex check. There we go. Here, this doesn't have, see, that's 25 stones. That's the weight of the barrel. That should be trapped also. It doesn't appear to be trapped, my ass. Last one that said that almost blew us to hell. That one is trapped. Ah! Yeah, I think we might be screwed this time. This time we might die. Ah, yeah, we're gonna die. Look at the timer and the health. Shit, 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 shit. Nope. Time to die. Why are the healers not showing up on my, there they are. Surprised there's not a healer over here, up north. Right, we'll go into here. This is what I mean by death robes. If you see someone messing about and all they're wearing is this, they hide, need to move, or automatically just say guards. I wonder how much that lowered. Can't tell. Looks like everything is pretty much the same. Wonder if they remove that punishment system for death. I know that you click on your guy once and it takes all your stuff. This is doing it the old way. Can't even cut up my own corpse. They changed some of the rules, some of the ways that they do things. Definitely different. I don't even remember which barrel it was. Pretty sure it was this one. Maybe. That does not appear to be locked. Well, that one trip should have taken all the traps off, but time to click it again. So that's the one that killed us. Quick second here. YouTube's being a bitch again. All right, see if any of these other ones are pickable and then therefore trapped. That was the top one. Doesn't appear to be trapped. Yeah, okay. Blown up again. Really surprised that didn't trigger anything. That should do it one more time just to check, just to make sure. Right, the rest of those we can't pick. Crates over here. Crap. Trapped and locked. Can't get to them though. I'm gonna run my ass down to Britain. I can't even get a hatchet where I'm at. I am pretty sure that you can't even pickpocket a NPC anymore. And it also looks, at least on this server, like they're capping how much you can do when it used to be unlimited. That is taking way too long. It's another way to get your strength built up, though. Which didn't go up any. Not worth it. You can use no weapons, just use wrestling. And they'll increase your strength. I think that this time, I really don't want to go over there. That's worse than going down here. My level. Key for targeting is not, keybind is not there. enough screwing with those. Now, if there's another player here, I could get ganked real easily. That's why you got that skill. Nah, we're not going to mess with her. I don't need to be attacked by a lit. But at my level. Yes, at my current level, I'm running from pretty much everything. Because it won't be able to kill shit. But you gotta remember, I didn't put any skill points into fencing. Put them all towards the pickpocket. Which, given the current way that this game is, basically a mistake, because you can't pickpocket NPCs. Probably the only thing that you could pickpocket would be mobs, you know, monsters. I don't know why that's there. That even is. I also need to get a pan with this meat I've been collecting. would say that snooping stuff right there doesn't have any. Yeah, just roll this damn character. At least on this server, those skills aren't going to do anything for me. So I'm going to leave this one up. Y'all can watch it if you want. And what I'll do is I will re-roll this character that I got right here. Go mess around a bit. Get some of my skills up a little bit and then do a gameplay. This time I'll go with fencing, magery, and hiding. Pretty much the same stats that I went, you know, with high dex. Because you see how easy and fast this is going up as it is. You know, 43 intelligence, almost has 60 dex. So what I'll probably do is the intelligence I'll probably minimize. I'll probably drop that down around 10. Strength I'll probably go up to 30, and then whatever's left over I'll throw into dex. Or I'll go with full dex and then strength and intelligence down to nothing, which strength and fencing doesn't have any. It's no big deal as long as my fencing is fairly high. Carry weight would suck if I went down to 10, but all you gotta be able to do is chop the trees. Matter of fact, if where's the lumberjack? There's actually any of these. All I need is a regular. Right there, provisions. All I need is a hatchet. Hatchet and some armor would be good. That damn hatchet. No. Really? Like the other thing, I typed into the one up there. That's broke. I don't know why that doesn't work. There's lock picks, 25 a pop. Provisioner, cobbler. I'm going to have to find the woodworker. Insane. It's just crazy. And that was down here. There's another provisions shop down there. would hide. Also try the smith. But that, yeah. Tinker shouldn't have anything either. But at this point, I'm just looking. Check, see, they got everything but. Why can't I find it? Both the carpenter and the weaponsmith should have hatchets on them. Well, hell, even that freaking the general provisioner should have had them on them. I don't have the strength for an axe. Damn, these guys are in their old spots too now. Okay, so this is server based. If you want a server that's most like what it was originally, play Great Lakes. That is insane. Also pretty cool. $40. Battle axe is $35. Two-handed axe $40. $35. Cleaver. I'm pretty sure the cleaver is just for hunting corpses up. What I need is a hatchet. And none of these sons of bitches sell it. What I need is the cook for the pan. That's the area where you can skill up. Drop. That was easy. That was cool. All right. So what we is make max. It will go until I run out of resources. Find out at the end how many usable pieces I got. I got two out of, what was it, 5? Not too bad for like a 0 cooking skill. Bank down there now. Let's go over to that provision house over here. See if they got a freaking hatchet down here. Any other server that I was on, I would have been able to get a hatchet off of a general provisioner. Would have been able to buy one up in U. The lockpick down here is only 12. At that other place, it was 25. Old school rules. Well, I came down here to check that maybe this vendor has a damn hat. I could have sworn. Son of a bitch. Could be like right here. We're approaching the definition of insanity here, boys. Keep repeating the same action over and over, expecting a different outcome. I know these guys don't have it. There's someone's ship. Be nice to have. Used to have a galleon on one of my other servers. That degraded and now it's like lost. I think I could get back because I actually drop a ticket for it. Just like you used to be able to randomly read books and gain skill that way. I'm gonna try something here. No, see? Kindling. Need an axe. Funny is that axes I'm not strong enough for. So I need a hatchet. And now none of these sons of bitches sell hatchets anymore. Nope. 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 Tried that. Nope. 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 You know what I should do? I should get a smithing hammer and ingots. Just make one. Get a smith hammer. Be at least what the skill is. Oh, I can't even. Yeah. All right, so X spell. Wow. Bladed. It has axe. I can't use that. See what it would take. It's at the top of the list. So blacksmithing has to be a 34 even to craft. They are no longer ordered level of difficulty. Well, that is unreal. Can't find a damn hatchet anywhere. All right, we're going to show you the other way to do this, how to log out, since I don't want to run all the way back up to 10. Get this damn campfire. So see, that was luck last time. That just popped off right away. Now look how long it's taken to make a damn campfire. There we go. Once it tells us that secure is when I'll go ahead and log out and then put my plan into action of retooling this character. So the second character is still going to be a thief, but I'm not putting anything into snooping and stealing. That's like a dead gameplay, probably due to them nerfing the hell out of it because of people macroing it, which was part of the fucking gameplay. It used to be, you know, that you do AFK freaking leveling. That used to be a thing. And it would take you just as long as it would as if you were sitting at the damn keyboard, except there was no grind to it. So I really don't know why, you know, why they're messing around and why they're saying, no, we can't do that anymore. Put that back up. Yeah. My camp, that fire died out, so I don't think that it has a that was not it. There we go. And now, just to be safe again. Yep. And that one popped off right away. But like I said, not gonna do the snooping and the stealing. We'll make the mage version of the thief and go for an assassin build. Yeah, I don't know why they would get rid of that gameplay. That doesn't make any. All right. But anyway, that's how you log out in the middle of the freaking woods safely. Build yourself a campfire, wait until it goes secure, and then log out, and you're good to go. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching if you tuned in, and we'll talk to y'all later until the next one. Peace.